Welcome back to Applied Mathematics. In this video, I want to get to a topic I teased previously, evaluating expressions with approximate values. Let me get my head out of the way and we will dive right in. There's a couple of different ways that you might see instructions phrased for a situation like this. The one that I tend to favor is evaluate the expression and round your response following the convention of significant figures. I've also seen assume that the values in the expression are approximate and round based on the rules of accuracy and precision. The idea hopefully is there. Don't get too tied up on the language because it can vary. This happens to be what I like, but I'm not the only mathematician in the world, unfortunately. Or perhaps fortunately, because as mathematicians go, there's a lot of people who do a lot more to further mathematics than I do. Anyway, oftentimes an approximate value is going to include units of measure. I'm going to leave those off just for the expediency of let's get to the actual calculations themselves. But let's take a look at 4.75 plus 12.8 in parentheses times, also in parentheses, 3.96 minus 0.325 squared. All right. So as expressions go, this one is kind of messy. I'm going to go through this expression twice. The first thing I'm going to do, which will probably be of very little surprise to anyone, is jump to my calculator and tell my calculator to do the calculation for me. So, opening parenthesis, 4.75 plus 12.8, close parenthesis. Open parenthesis, 3.96 minus 0.325 squared. Close parenthesis, and I get this result, 67.64428,125. All right. Why my calculator display is getting eaten a little bit there, I'm not entirely sure. I apologize. I don't think that there's anything I can do about that, unfortunately. But I can talk about where the issue is. Specifically, where do I round? I've got addition, subtraction, multiplication, and exponents going on in this expression. So it's not even clear, do I want to use the accuracy rule or the precision rule in order to figure out my rounding? Once I do figure that out, I do notice that all of these values have 3 significant digits. So maybe 3 significant digits, 67.6, is the right way to round it. Then again, maybe not. I might gain a significant digit, I might lose a significant digit as I go through and perform the operations. In this particular case, I'm fairly certain that I'm not going to gain or lose anything. I'm fairly certain that it's just going to work out and give me that same 3 significant digits, but I'm not sure. For most practical applications, it's not really something you need to worry about. Actually, for most practical applications, this kind of mix of operations is not very common. It's actually very rare that you have addition and subtraction early in a set of operations like we have here. Usually, you have a whole bunch of multiplication, division, exponents, and roots, which all have the same rounding rule, and then addition or subtraction at the end, which makes it a lot easier to let a calculator do most of the work for you. In this case, it is at the beginning, so we have to go through the whole thing carefully. And again, yeah, I know what the answer is. I suspect that that is rounded correctly. We will double check that by going through the work. But whether it is or is not, that's not the point. The point is I want to make sure that you understand how to go through this process so that when it is necessary, you don't get held up. All right, let me get my head out of the way. Let's ignore that solution for now, and let's work through this step by step. I do have my calculator in hand. I am not trying to do these calculations themselves by hand. I noticed that the first thing I want to do is the exponent here, 0.325 squared. My calculator tells me that that is 0.106, taking that to 3 significant digits. And everything else comes along for the ride. Saving a little bit of space, I'm going to do the addition here and the subtraction here in the same line. They are separated in separate grouping symbols, so I know they're not going to get in each other's way. 4.75 plus 12.8. My calculator tells me is 17.55. Rounding that, weakest precision is the nearest tenth right here, so I round to the nearest tenth, and I'll call it 17.6. Then in my other expression, 3.96 minus 0.106, my calculator tells me is 3.854. But again, weakest precision is here in the hundredths place, so I'll round that and call it 3.85. Finally, I have two operations left, 17.6 times 3.85. My calculator tells me that's 67.76. Rounding that, I get 67.8. All right, so which one is it? 67.6, 67.8. Because I rounded every step along the way, my answer drifted slightly from what I got if I just punched the whole thing into the calculator in one go. That's actually fairly common. As far as I'm concerned, as a human looking at this, well, 67.6 and 67.8 are essentially the same value, right? To within rounding error, 67.6 means anywhere between 67.5 and 67.7. 67.8 means anywhere between 67.7 and 67.9. And there's an overlap between those two ranges. 67.7 is correct. If the correct value is 67.7, then both of these are correct to within rounding error. So I don't want to get into which way is the correct way, which answer is the correct answer. There are some very harsh debates that are happening and have been happening for decades about which way to go about things. I will tell you that 50 years ago, this was the way things were done around every step of the way, because every step of the way was actually done by hand, and that was something that needed to happen because trying to carry out to more significant digits in these steps before you get here was literally impossible. Well, impractical, I guess. With modern technology, which way does it go? Again, there are some very, very significant debates because calculators that could handle the order of operations are incredibly modern by the standards of the history of mathematics, and we haven't quite decided which way we like as the best way of approaching things. All right. I'm actually going to end the video with that. I don't have a lot to say. I did want to work through and show you the process here. I wanted to think through the difference between doing things on a calculator and doing things by hand. The important thing is making sure that you have a way of predicting what the correct way of rounding the solution is. If all of your operations are multiplication, division, exponents, and roots, they all use the accuracy rule. If you throw them all into the calculator and then look for the lowest accuracy among everything in the expression and round based on that, you will get the same rounding as you would if you went through step by step. If you look at an expression that has addition and subtraction early, sometimes it works. It did in this case. Sometimes it doesn't. It's hard to predict. So just knowing that that's a thing to pay attention to, I think, is the important thing for our purposes right now. With that, I'll wrap up. As always, thank you for joining me. I'll see you next time.